Anyone home? Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye, fair enough. Fine wardrobe for a youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye. Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am.
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell. Seeker drew this. Now we know. She's in the mountains. There's a ritual of dissimulation, and we need the catalyst. Same circle as the one on the entrance. The circle powers the door, but I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell, and Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Sure.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Oh, now what say's worth listening to?
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. We need to get this right. We cannot afford to fail.
We won't fail if you stop dragging your feet. No governor, no meeting house. And it seems, no faith.
We need to make amends. About speech. Failed. We have failed. I have. Well, ho there! What a pleasant surprise! I was fair and sure that I'd never see you again.
Where are you off to?
Far away, God willing. Build bridges, say the wise, that people may better understand each other. Build a jetty, say I, so that a ship may come and we can leave. New Eden is a fascinating study for you and I. But for ordinary folk, it is, as I've heard it put, a shite hole.
Leaving sounds right to me, if these people learn from their mistakes.
They repent, Mistress Duarte. A new start elsewhere, away from the place in which they sinned, will do them good.
Spoken like a leader.
I fear, however, that not everyone shall listen. I fear what shall befall them if they stay behind.
So, Lammy, what's the word around here?
What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the settlers. Anything strange to mention? Stranger than usual, I mean.
Folk have been quite lovely as it happens. Each tries to do their best and spirits are high. Thinking about it, that's actually really strange. Really strange indeed.
How fares New Eden and the Harrows?
It's not easy. I don't have my father's authority and people fear evil more than ever.
What about you, Lammy? How are you?
I'm well. Or as well as I could wish for. But I still have questions for you, mistress.
We have time for one or two.
I've seen how you move. Do time and space work differently for you?
Not so much when I'm with the living. But yes, they're different.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
And what do you miss from being alive?
A big question. Too big to answer. Where would I start? I miss all of it.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Did you see God? Have you met angels? What about demons? Who's in charge in the afterlife?
I'm afraid I have no answer for you.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Do you feel pain?
Not physically. I feel anguish. The memory of pain sometimes.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Do you control how you appear to the living? How do you do that?
Some can see me with no effort. To others, it's a choice I make. It's effortless, as easy as opening my mouth to speak.
May I ask another?
Let's leave it there.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
You've not asked for advice, but I'll give it anyway. You could start with forgiveness. Seems appropriate.
That might just work. Thank you.
Are things that bad?
Tell the truth, I don't rightly know. They don't trust me. They tell me nothing, and when they do, they're probably lying. And without the wards, well, I fear things will get worse before they get better. In fact, they already have. Spectres walk, and we are in need of a banisher, or two. If you can bring people peace, well, I doubt they'll be grateful, but perhaps they should have the strength to believe in a brighter future.
We found a page ripped from a book. Here, do you recognise it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my True Pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
That's it? You never again tried to find your best friend, your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. In the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defence, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park. Comparatively speaking.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her.
It is step by step that we overcome together. No! No!
Go on then. Talk to me. Don't hold back.
You act as though all is well, as though I had not died. I'm dead, and I'm not all right. I'm not all right at all, but you Someone is vexed behind that door.
Excuse the mess. Another bottle broke. It's no big business.
Are you sure you're all right? You seem a little overwhelmed.
A bottle fell from its shelf. No big business, Mr. McWraith. Happens all the time.
Are you all right?
If you must know, sir, I have a drinking problem.
Really?
I do. My liquor disappears. My bottles fall to the floor and break, though I'm nowhere near. 'Tis a drinking problem indeed.
Objects inexplicably vanishing, moving or breaking. Either you're haunted or you're clumsier than you think.
Haunted, you say? Well, your majesty, why not? As the saying goes, when life gives you a torrent of shit, may as well be haunted.
You could be in danger. To be haunted is rarely good.
Well now, that is bad news. Which is good, because I don't believe in good news.
I'm offering you my help. Can you afford to refuse it?
I don't believe in helping hands either. But if you want to do whatever it is you do, please feel free to do it.
When did the bottle breaking start?
I don't know. I gave up on keeping track of time or things. Normally, if a bottle disappears, I drank it and forgot. But I'm not wrong about this. In quiet moments, I hear the bottle glass crack. When I'm not there, the liquor moves about. Other times, they dare to fall of a sudden, out of nowhere, and break upon the floor. The shelves are straight and proper stacked. I had Ishmael check. 'Tis a mystery, right enough.
Who's Ishmael?
Ishmael Law is the finest friend I've ever known. He works for me. He lives upstairs, and he looks after me. I have my own little house across the way. Talk of an angel. Hear the flutter of his wings.
Phoebe? What's the matter? Oh, good day. What can I do?
Well, it's just another bottle broke. I'd blame my butterfingers, but Mr. Banisher here thinks we may have a ghost.
God take my soul. I'm sorry. The spilled liquor. The stink.
Come now.
I'm sorry.
All is well, Ishmael. Breathe. Just breathe. It's just another worry fit. You'll be fine.
While he gets back on his feet, let's look around.
Are you sure you don't want a little pick-me-up?
Half our operation wiped out at a stroke.
Curses are bad for business.
Nice abacus.
Imagine trying to use one of those after a bottle of rot gut.
Broken glass.
She said bottles in her house shifted and fell. We should check it out.
Are you sure you don't want a little pick-me-up?
Poor Ishmael has fits of worry.
I feel like he panicked when I mentioned the ghost. The governor disliked Mistress Walcott's manner. What a surprise. What kind of ghost only communicates by breaking wee bottles?
A feeble ghost, capable only of small mischief?
They've been playing for years. I'm keeping score. Either Ishmael's getting better or Phoebe's getting worse. For Constance, Phoebe's a painter.
This is just an easel. No paints. Unfinished work?
Why would you name a painting before starting it? Phoebe Walcott's done well for herself. Her own warehouse and pier at Covenant Beach. Who's that?
Yes. Something's here.
Phoebe likes a drink. Or 5.
Maybe that vexes our mysterious ghost.
This is as sad as it is disturbing.
Despite her defiance, her past batters her. A ghost was here, not long ago.
I know Phoebe and Ishmael are friends, but there's a generous will.
Our shy, bottle-breaking ghost also hides things. Why the will?
Everything Ishmael has, he gets from her. Perhaps the ghost thinks Ishmael is being ensnared.
I doubt there's anything more to be found here. Let's go back to the store and ask a few more questions.
Have you found your ghost?
Tell me about yourself, that I might better understand who haunts you.
Widow and proud. Town drunk and prouder. A fine chess player, even better when tipsy. That's about it.
What can you tell me about your late husband?
The truth is as boring as a sober day, I'm afraid. A happy couple we were until we were not. Strange, is it not? How you marry a fine man and at the first small contrariety discover he's a dubious, unreliable coward.
Could he be a mysterious ghost?
Took less than a month for Solomon to abandon me. My caring husband became a brickle white-livered chicken. He trooped off a hunting. Heard he died in New France, spitting my name. If there's more, you'll have to find it out for yourself. Your Scottishness.
Fair enough. No other family?
No, I'm the child of dead parents and the parent of a dead child. The truth, as I say, is boring.
How long have you been running the store in the Harrows?
Years, decades, centuries. When I arrived, the farmers had no store. Folks were glad to have me. Even old Haskell was pleased. Of course, I was a respectable widow at the time. Respectable merchants are a boon to New Eden, don't you know?
What happened to the respectable bit?
My husband and daughter push up daisies in the New World muck, Your Majesty. Respectability is a great steaming pile of horse shite.
How's Ishmael? Feeling better, is he?
He's cleaning up the broken glass. I've buggered off till he's finished, and you should too.
Would you know, by any chance, what pulls the trigger on his crises?
He deals with his pain as best he can, like all of us. You leave him alone now, yeah?
I'm sorry, I must insist.
You, Your Majesty, are tugging at my berries now, and it vexes me.
I'm here to protect you from a ghost, Mistress Walcott. Ishmael's condition may be important.
Ishmael Lord just needs a drink. He has a past, and because of it, when he gets the anxieties, he collapses. It's how he is, and he won't take his medics. Well, that's all right, 'cause I can easily drink enough for two.
Your troublesome ghost meddles with more than your booze. It also hid your will.
I knew things were vanishing. It wasn't just the liquor.
Whose ghost do you think might hide your liquor and your will?
Sounds like my long-dead husband's particular brand of mischief.
Ghosts may linger long in the invisible before returning.
If you've liquor stocked elsewhere, I'd like to check it.
I would too, sir. But I abandoned my warehouse some time ago and have since lost the keys. Ishmael may have spares. His room is upstairs, right over our heads.
A trusted friend, is he?
Despite his efforts to keep me alive, I consider him my one and only friend.
Thank you for your time. I'll take no more of it for now.
No matter. I've all the time in the world.
Beware. Wards.
Wet sand. Did Ishmael go to the sea recently?
There's a beach by Phoebe Walcott's warehouse.
Was Ishmael running his own business behind his drunk boss's back?
I'm back.
At long last.
Games of strategy, games of chance.
This Bible really annoyed him.
I hope he kept his opinion to himself.
So our mysterious ghost also took time to hide that key. Must be important. A widow, drunk and inconsolable, and a widower. Sober and inconsolable.
Also, a shy, bottle-breaking ghost.
That's not a lot to go on. Ishmael took a risk keeping this, especially around here.
Was he scared of a ghost? I'd like to ask him about that.
What exactly does this ghost want? There's no clear pattern.
Banisher rule number 1, a ghost always lingers for a reason.
Let's have a chat with Ishmael Law. Are you feeling better, Mr. Law?
Call me Ishmael, and accept my apologies for my previous behavior.
Accept my apologies for searching your room. I did have your boss's approval, but you may yet feel discomfited.
If Phoebe allowed it, I'm sure it's all right.
To be really honest with you, I need your help understanding what's going on here.
I'll do my best, sir.
Tell me about folk round here.
Many things have changed. Which one interests you most?
Tell me about Governor Haskell.
I am disappointed in him. I am disappointed in myself. He wore a mask and I did not see past it. Awful as it was, he deserved his punishment.
Tell me about Lamentation Haskell.
He seemed a nice boy, just as his father seemed a trustworthy man. Being a nice boy might not be good enough now. No one listens to nice boys.
How about you? How are you feeling?
I've not been asked this in a long time. I am feeling a bizarre conflict between faith in the Lord and sheer unholy terror.
Kind of easy to work for someone who drinks so much.
Phoebe Walcott deals with her pain the only way she knows.
But you dislike heavy drinkers, don't you?
My friend is wounded by the horrors of the world. She drinks so that she does not weep. But I weep enough for two.
The villagers burned the governor's ghost wards, but you kept one in your room. Why?
The wards were sent by God. Yes, I keep one in my lodgings. The better to be safe from evil. Since you deposed the governor, here God's voice is little heard. The Almighty, it turns out, is easily deterred.
God has forsaken Ishmael Law, or so he thinks.
God may be easily deterred, sir, but I'm not.
Then you had better get to work, for the good folk of the Harrows teeter on the brink.
You had a fit of worry. Not the first, I gather. What scared you?
You embarrass me, sir.
No need to be embarrassed, Mr. Law. But I do need the information if I'm to end this haunting.
My fits, sir, being the work of no ghost, shall not be your business neither.
He suffers in silence, just like his friend.
What can you tell me about Covenant Beach?
Not much, sir.
There's a locked warehouse there. The ghost that haunts this store hid the key.
That was Mistress Walcott's storehouse, the center of her business. It's derelict now.
But you've been there of late, haven't you? I found sand from the beach in your lodgings. Why did you go to the warehouse? And why would the ghost hide the key to it?
I don't know what you are scraping for, mister, but you'll not find it on my boots.
I'll see you later, Ishmael.
Anytime, sir.
Strange case. We found nothing conclusive.
The warehouse by the beach is the only lead left. Let's go.